It's learning to replicate what it's been trained on, but it doesn't have a true grasp of meaning or context in the way humans do.
So you can train an AI to write a song that sounds like a Beatles hit, but it doesn't really get what made the Beatles so innovative or impactful.
Right. And that brings us to another crucial point that several of our sources brought up the sheer resource intensity of generative AI.
Mm.
We're not just talking about brain power here.
We're talking computing power, and a lot of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Training these large language models, the ones that power these impressive generative AI applications, requires massive amounts of data, processing power, and energy.
So not just anyone can set up shop and start training their own AI models.
Right. It's like trying to compete in a Formula One race with a go-kart.
Yeah.
You might have the driving skills, but you're simply outmatched in terms of the raw power and engineering required.
So what does that mean for the future of AI development? Does it create a situation where only a handful of well-funded companies or institutions have the resources to really play in this field?
It's a valid concern. This resource barrier could potentially stifle innovation and limit diversity in the field, leading to a concentration of power and influence in the hands of a select few.
And that could have serious implications for things like bias, fairness, and access to these powerful technologies.
Absolutely. And on top of that, there's the environmental impact to consider. All that computing power requires a tremendous amount of energy, which often translates to a significant carbon footprint.
So it's not just about who gets to develop and control these technologies, but also about the sustainability of that development.
Precisely. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. But as the demand for AI-powered applications continues to grow, it's essential that we consider the environmental costs as well.
It's about finding ways to innovate responsibly, ensuring that the benefits of this incredible technology outweigh the potential downsides.
And that requires open and honest conversations about the limitations of generative AI, not just the hype.
Couldn't agree more. We need to acknowledge both the incredible potential and the very real challenges that come with this technology. It's about harnessing its power while being mindful of its limitations to create a future where AI benefits everyone. Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from the importance of data to the challenges of bias, the limitations of AI's understanding, and the resource intensity of this field. It's clear that generative AI is a powerful tool with the potential to reshape many aspects of our world. But as we discussed today, it's not a magic bullet. It's up to us to understand both its possibilities and its limitations to ensure that we use it responsibly and ethically. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and be sure to check back for our next episode where we'll be exploring